For some, getting out of Cuba and getting to the West is a dream that will end up one day magically making them very, very rich. And for some of those people, that has now turned into a terrible nightmare that has now been caught up in the entire situation, that is, the war in Ukraine. The Cuban Foreign Ministry has announced that it has uncovered a Russian human trafficking ring operating in their country. They said the organization coerces its citizens into joining the Russian invasion of Ukraine. While not much information has been revealed by the Foreign Ministry yet, they did say that the trafficking ring was operating both with the Caribbean island nation thousands of miles away from Moscow and in Russia. A spokesman for the Cuban government said the Ministry of the Interior is working on the neutralization and dismantlement of a human trafficking network that operates from Russia to incorporate Cuban citizens living there, and even some from Cuba, into the military forces participating in war operations in Ukraine. Now, in May of last year, it was revealed by a Russian newspaper in the city of Ryazan that Cuban citizens who were living in Russia had been signing contracts to fight in the Ukraine conflict in exchange for Russian citizenship. Now, it has not yet been stated whether or not this is connected to the ongoing investigations that have just been revealed, although it is generally believed that they are not connected. The Russian-based criminal activity taking place in Cuba has already begun to be prosecuted. Several cases have already been brought before the court where several of its citizens were coerced into serving in Russia's conflict in Ukraine. Attempts of this nature have been neutralized, and criminal proceedings have been initiated against people involved in these activities. As of this broadcast, the Russian government has not responded to any accusation. The situation threatens a tenuous political situation between the two countries. Currently, they're nominally allied with no real overt alliance declared. They merely share a mutual hostility towards the United States. It should also be noted that Cuba has not come out in support of nor condemned the Russian invasion of Ukraine. It seems unusual that the Russian government would be involved because Russia already has a large reserve of forces waiting to be deployed if needed. It doesn't seem necessary for them to do so. However, it would seem likely that some kind of private military contracting firm would be engaged in such activity to recruit the necessary manpower. Western mercenary firms are known to have engaged in the same tactic in the past, particularly with Mexican citizens during the Iraq War. So far, it seems that the accusation is indeed true. Whether or not there's any involvement by the Russian government is another matter altogether. Reporting from Niagara Falls, Jason Unruhe, MRN. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.